Welcome to Handcrafted by G.R. Broussard. I'm Greg Broussard, and today we get to fix this shelf inside this box. My sister bought this, and she opened it up, and there was a broken part in it. I haven't seen it yet. She reboxed it. She missed a return date, so she's asked me to see if I can fix it or replace the part that's in here. So let's open this up and see what kind of mystery shelf we have. Okay. Looks like this is the shelf that's in the box. I think she said like one of these were broken. I'm not sure. So have to unpack this and see what's going on. What do we got here? What do we have here? Well, we got instructions. That's a bonus. Wow, how did she know something was broken in here? Oh, well, stacking this stuff up on this table, the assembly table, I did find the culprit. It's broken there, and also this came out of the packaging. Please do not return this product to the store. So you need to call these number and do all this other crazy stuff it looks like to return it. However, that time has passed, so I'm going to fix this. Question is, do I make a whole new one? Do I try to fix this stuff here? This looks like the pressed, sawdust glued together with this plastic vinyl kind of stuff on the outside. So I could cut a spline, put a spline in, and then re-glue it. We could do it that way. I don't think this is going to hold by itself. So let's go ahead and get the little spline cutter outer thing and put us a saw curve all the way through here. And we'll have to re-drill this hole exactly where it goes in so the cam system can function properly. So let's do that. First thing I'm going to do is insert some glue, and this is just a syringe and with Titebond 2 in it. And I'm going to flood the joint with glue, clamp it, let it dry, and then we'll insert a spline. And that should be strong enough. I want to get glue all the way down in the entire joint. Look what I did to my syringe right in the middle of glue up. That's awesome. I don't know if I can operate this thing without that with that plunger thing on there. Gonna be hard. All right. Well, we have access to it now at least, don't we? You don't want to pull it apart that much. I got the piece lined up back in there. I'm gonna let this dry for like an hour before I attempt the spline. I may just have to rebuild this entire corner. I'm gonna try this first. This might work. If I can get the spline in there, it'll be fine. I let this set for 2 days and it's on there, but now we're gonna put that spline inside here to make this a lot stronger, because this would never hold. And I did make a mistake. I should have used epoxy to glue this. That's what I should have done. I'm going to glue my spline in with epoxy, but it is in there. It's strong enough to cut the spline. Hopefully it won't come off when I do that. And then once we get that secured, that spline in there should be okay. I've cut an oak spline to fit right in there, and it goes pretty deep. So, and we'll epoxy this, and I'm not going to wood glue it. I'm going to epoxy this in there so it'll be nice and strong. And we'll cut it there. Is that sunk all the way in there? I think it is. Yeah. We're going to cut this off, and we'll just put a little up on there. I don't think it really matters, but that's the way we'll go right there. I'll mix up some epoxy. I actually have to mix up quite a bit of it. And we'll glue the spline in. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I'll let this dry for about an hour, and then we'll clean up the, the spine that's sticking out. I just cut the excess off with the bandsaw, and that's what I did there. And I forgot to turn the camera on, so anyway, that's the procedure that you missed there, just cutting that off. This spline goes all the way through up to about right here, and it's covered half of my hole up that the cam goes into. The issue that I'm having is that this is a metric size. It's in between the 1/2 and 3/8. So what I have to do is I have to come with a step bit and just barely widen that hole so I can get the 1/2 incher in there to drill it to depth. I have my depth stop set. Now the cam goes in here, and now we have to drill the hole. You can see part of it, and we'll drill a hole so the cam locking nut or whatever it's called can go in there. I forgot I've got to flatten this out. I want to do that before I drill my hole in there. It's so plain. Well, it looks like I poked through. See how it works. It'll tighten. Want to break it? I already broke one. I have to order one. Okay. So that works. Now I got to somehow clean all this other stuff. I'm going to try to use colored pencils. I started practicing a little bit on it, and stuff is just plasticky. I'm not really sure how to handle it. If it was wood, I could do it, but we're going to use colored pencils on this one and some wood filler to fill that crack. Let's do that. Stuff is paper. It doesn't look all that awesome, but it's going to be completely functional. Now I have to box this up, bring it over there, and deliver. Well, that wraps up this little small project. I'm at my sister's place, and I'm going to deliver the box to her, and she'll be really happy.